How's it going, everyone? Equinox Phoenix here, and today we are going to talk about Superman and Lois, Season 2, Episode 1, titled What Lies Beneath. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy! This episode is a doozy. It starts off where we left last season. Natalie's back! And then it skips to 3 months later. Oh boy, this episode is full of some very awkward moments. Let's see. Sarah comes back from camp. Um, Jonathan is not being allowed to play football, even though he's on the team, and gets upset, justifiably so. So you can hear him ranting and raving about how frustrated he is to his father and girlfriend. Candace is very nice. Does she have a page on this thing? No, she doesn't. That's funny. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But anyway, um, but yeah, that's not important. Anyway, so and then an emergency happens, and well, oh, Candice Pergande, played by Samantha DiFrancesco. Yeesh. Uh, uh, there's so little known about her. That's so weird. Anyway, back to the thing. Anyway, an emergency happens. Clark flies off, leaving the two teens unattended, and he goes and saves a North Korean sub, and obviously returns it back to North Korea. Uh, Anyway, while Clark is gone, uh, Candace and Jonathan get up to some very teenage things, which is yeah, expected, and Lois catches them. But we should rewind a little bit. Lois is being very awkward to and very scorched earth angry this episode. We find out why later. But she goes to Chrissy and is just like, yeah, nope, everyone gone. Uh, no hiring people's. Nobody's good enough type of thing, and it's just like, so she's angry, then goes home, and there we go. She very much overreacts to Jonathan having no shirt. Like the man has his pants on. Candace is fully clothed. They're just making it out on his bed. She like flips shit on Jonathan, and I'm like, oh Jesus, this is very much an overreaction, right? Like the girl is fully clothed and he has pants on. Clearly, nothing is happening yet. Like if she had caught them literally like naked in bed with each other, I would have been like, okay, like not an overreaction, but this is just way overreaction. Anyway, Clark gets quote unquote in trouble, and we also meet General Lane's replacement for returning the North Korean nuclear sub to North Korea. We meet Lieutenant Anderson, or I should say Lieutenant Asshole. Yeah, uh, yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think we've met the villain of the season. At least I'm hoping he's the villain of the season, just because I want him to. I'm hoping John and Henry Irons just later. Anyway, Anderson is, well, he's an asshole. That's I think his first name is like Mitchell or something. Mitchell, yeah. It says Lieutenant Mitch Anderson. But yeah, he's a dick. He's like, you need to blah 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 blah. America this, America that, and he's just like, no, Superman is a world hero, not a U.S. hero. You absolute fucking scrub. Like, even General Lane knew this and accepted this. Again, you absolute fucking scrub. Anyway, of course, Lois then uses the emergency beacon thing to get Clark home, so she can be like, the kids are in a relationship, and then even more scorched earth, and it's so bad. The argument ends with Clark going to Lana and Kyle's house alone, and it's just what the flying fuck, right? Like, this is really awkward and shit. Anyway, um, things are not as bright in the world with the Cushings either. Lana is spending a lot of time with Daniel Hart, who is vying for mayor. Obviously, they want to get rid of the old mayor because the old mayor is a traitorous asshole, and he should be yeeted into space. Um, for his traitorous acts to the community. But Kyle's on the fence, right? Like he's like he's not like full like jealousy mode, but he's just like, what is going on, right? Like he's like, is something going on? Like he's unsure, right? He's on that stage of like, she's spending a lot of time with him, but is it just work, right? Like he's not fully like in the accusation mode yet, but he's just like, I'm so very confused, right? He's like confused, like what is going on, like am I about to lose my wife kind of thing, right? Which, to be fair, he's not flinging the accusations, so that's okay. Him and Clark have a conversation where he just tells Clark, you know what, let women keep their secrets. Sometimes you don't want to ask the question, which, again, also fair, right? Sometimes it goes both ways. You sometimes really don't want to ask your significant other the question you're wondering. Just let it be, because you might not like the answer, right? Of course, in a relationship, you should always be honest with your partner, but if they're keeping secrets, you're 90% chance you're not gonna like the answer. 10% chance it's they're planning a surprise party or something for you, and you don't want to ruin the surprise, right? Like, kind of thing, right? Like, it's the little secrets, or they're getting you like a surprise gift or something, something you really want, but they're keeping it secret or something. Or like what Jonathan did, he had a surprise for Sarah, and he took her to the pond where they got arrested and like lit candles with heat vision and shit. Like something, it's like a romantic gesture. Like the 10%, more often than not, you don't want to know. Like, ignorance is bliss. But yeah, Sarah and Jonathan's relationship gets very awkward this episode because Sarah's being weird. Like, instead of just telling Jordan how she feels, not Sarah and Jonathan, Sarah and Jordan. Um, it's 4 a.m. I didn't sleep well last night. Anyway, I'm currently on Monster Hunter Brain because it's supposed to come out today. It's not out yet. I'm annoyed. Apparently, it comes out at 8 a.m. Anyway, Sarah and Jordan's relationship gets really awkward because Sarah's just not sharing how she feels, which again, you need to be honest with your partner. Anyway, she's like, I feel all crappy inside, and just like, you're being really awkward in general about it, about the relationship. She's even being awkward with her parents about it, and like, I'm sure they're already aware of the gist of what makes a girl feel crappy, if that is true. Um, Jordan's just like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. So Jordan goes home, gets gets the like, I want to say third degree, but no, this is like the 10th degree from his mother. The man doesn't want to talk about a failed date with his mom, realistically, and he goes up to see his brother, and Jonathan is like, "You sure everything's okay with between the two of you?" Which, the caring brother who's like trying to protect his twin. Fair enough question. He's like, "Wait, do you think?" And like, does like, no, no, no. I'm sure everything's fine. But at the end of it all, okay, so Natalie's freaking out over being on another Earth, very much so. And she plays hooky on school. This entire episode is just really awkward growing pains from the season finale last thing. Now all of it gets resolved. Lois has the heart to heart with Clark. Um, she meets up with Natalie. Everything gets resolved except Sarah and Jordan's relationship troubles. That is Sarah being really weird and awkward. Like I get their teens, but yeah, no. just sorry. No, she's just being really awkward about it. Like just say what you need to, right? Like Jordan was almost killed like 3 months ago. You don't you never know what's gonna happen. Like she knows this. Just say it. Like, oh, it turns out like it's the speed of the relationship. She was talking to her dad about it, and it turns out just the speed of the relationship. Carl actually gives good advice. He's like, look, you just need to tell him, set the pace yourself, right? Like, Jordan's not gonna be like about it. Jordan's pretty understanding, right? Like, hell, both boys are. Uh, Anderson is apparently using civilians as weapons because Clark is a hero to the world, not to the U.S. Like I said, he's an asshole. Clark then has a heart to heart with his kids. He's like, "Look, if you guys have any questions about, you know, uh, come to us, talk to us." And they ask how old he was, and he was like, "Older than you," which I'm just like, this boy was probably like 16, 17, probably. I'm hoping they reveal it. What is the Arrowverse Clark Kent's age at the loss of the V card? I'm now curious thanks to this episode. Anyway, but yeah, overall this episode was pretty good. Natalie, after the heart to heart between Lois and Natalie and John Henry Irons move into the farm, and the boys are showing around. So, heyo, everything is a okay, right? Right? Except the part where we still have issues with Sarah and Jordan. I really hope that gets cleared up in the next episode. Because if this is gonna be like a whole season 2 type thing, I'm just gonna. Yeah. Although I do love how they're villainizing the U.S. It's just as if that's not happening IRL already. Anyway, that was the episode. Overall, it's pretty good. Overall, obviously there's some growing pains. It's season 2, episode 1. Uh, but yeah. It's the result of all the things that happened towards the end of season 1. It's good. It's a good overall episode. It's a good beginning to season 2. I can't wait to see where it goes. I'm missing Supergirl already. Please bring back Kara, please. Even for an episode, please. Anyway, tell me what you guys thought of the episode down in the comment section down below. That's it for this video. If you guys haven't already, hit like, hit subscribe if you're new. I will see you guys next time, and as always, stay bright.